No pit stops, no strategy, it's all about the pace today. Qualifying day here at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Okay, mate, radio check, please, radio check. We've been pushed down to P22. Radio check, please. Radio check. Okay, you have a lot of front wing damage. Box for a new one. Car repairs have set us back a little. Okay, I'm afraid we've been pushed down to P16.
Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of Formula One action. Historically, a good race for first-time victories, with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the very first time right here. The Hungaroring, it's like Monaco without the boats, although the boats today could come in very handy. 14 corners, 6 to the left and 8 to the right, and some very tricky corners to deal with. These rainy conditions out there aren't going to help either, so it's very likely we'll see a safety car or two during today's race. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Piastri, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Albon, Pierce, Bortoletto, and Nico Hulkenberg, Gasly, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso and Ocon, Behrman, Hayes, Carlos Sainz and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Stroll, Hadjar, Lawson and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. So I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about this afternoon, and who's going to talk about it with us? None other than Naomi Schiff. Hi, Naomi. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves? Big excitement? What?
It certainly is a time leading up to the race where drivers feel quite nervous because that adrenaline is starting to build and it gets into your mind. So you've got to stay focused, try not to distract yourself too much. But I will say that it's once the formation lap starts, at least it was for me, that was a time where the nerves started to calm down and I got really honed in and focused on the start that was coming.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check. Okay, see if you can gain some early positions on the first lap. This is going to help us get another points finish. Okay, good parking there, mate. Now we need to make sure we get a great launch as the race starts. Okay, clear. Okay, red flag, mate, red flag. No overtaking, please. We'll see you in the pit lane. Right, this is a good chance to change our strategy for the rest of the Grand Prix if we want to. Like deja vu here, but there's a good opportunity to get this start spot on. Come on. Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to. You're in the top 10 now, keep it up. It could be time to come in for a fresh set of boots. We're seeing a lot less spray at this point, and opinion here on the pit wall is that we'll probably be okay on the intermediates. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 5.3 seconds. The track is clear, green flag. Gap to your teammate ahead, 10.3 seconds. Other teams are fitting intermediate tyres. It might be worth considering changing yours too. Right, a gap to the teammate ahead of us, 18.8 seconds. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position. Okay, we'll fit inters on your next stop. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Blue flag, blue flag. Tyre condition still looking good. And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
There was never a moment of doubt today. You could tell that they completely had it under control, and that is a sign of greatness.
From lights out to the checkered flag, this is what they're racing for. It's points and a trip to the podium. And for those that have missed the Dutch national anthem, fear not. It's back again because Max Verstappen is back on the top step. with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.